Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is a significant astrological event that brings intense transformations on both individual and collective levels. Purva Bhadrapada, spanning from late Aquarius to early Pisces, is a nakshatra associated with deep mysticism, spiritual awakening, and the balance between the material and the transcendental. Ruled by Jupiter and symbolized by a two-faced man, this star represents duality, hidden knowledge, and the capacity for both destruction and enlightenment. When Rahu, the shadowy and unpredictable planet, moves through this powerful nakshatra, it amplifies its themes in an intense and often unconventional manner. Purva Bhadrapada has a fierce, transformative energy. It is connected with the deity Aja Ekapada, a form of Rudra, Shiva, who is linked to both fiery purification and hidden wisdom. This nakshatra carries the potential to burn away illusions and push individuals toward profound inner shifts. Rahu, known for its disruptive, innovative, and boundary-breaking nature, enhances the transformative qualities of this star. Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada is not about superficial changes but rather a deep restructuring of belief systems, perspectives, and priorities. This period can bring forth hidden truths, dismantle old paradigms, and force individuals and societies to confront aspects of reality they may have previously ignored. One of the major effects of this transit is an increased collective focus on unconventional spiritual paths, occult knowledge, and radical philosophies. Since Purva Bhadrapada is deeply connected to mystical and esoteric teachings, Rahu's influence will encourage a surge in interest in hidden sciences, astrology, metaphysics, and alternative healing methods. People may feel drawn toward exploring profound philosophical questions, questioning traditional religious structures, or seeking higher wisdom in unorthodox ways. This is a time when the boundaries between logic and intuition blur, leading to breakthroughs in thought but also potential disillusionment. On a societal level, this transit can bring upheavals in areas related to power, governance, and ideological conflicts. Purva Bhadrapada's influence is linked to revolutions and the destruction of outdated systems, and Rahu's presence here acts as a catalyst for sudden, unexpected shifts. Political and social movements may arise with extreme ideologies, challenging existing authorities. We may witness an increased tendency toward radical reforms, exposing corruption and demanding accountability from institutions. This period could also see a rise in cyber movements, hacking scandals, and digital activism, as Rahu governs technology and illusions, often blurring the lines between truth and deception. Psychologically, Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada can trigger intense inner battles. Since this nakshatra is symbolized by a two-faced figure, there can be a struggle between higher aspirations and lower instincts. People may experience heightened existential questioning, facing dilemmas about morality, purpose, and personal values. This transit can lead to a period of deep introspection, forcing individuals to confront their shadow selves, unresolved fears, and suppressed desires. It is a time when hidden aspects of the psyche may surface, requiring acceptance and transformation. Those who resist inner growth may feel an increased sense of restlessness, confusion, or anxiety. In terms of technological advancements, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada can bring groundbreaking developments in artificial intelligence, space exploration, and digital innovations. This nakshatra's association with mystical knowledge combined with Rahu's futuristic nature suggests that scientific breakthroughs in quantum physics, biotechnology, and space sciences may redefine our understanding of reality. There may also be an increase in ethical debates surrounding AI, genetic modifications, and virtual realities, as Rahu blurs the ethical lines between natural and artificial evolution. Financially, this transit can be unpredictable. Purva Bhadrapada has a karmic influence, and Rahu's presence here can cause sudden market fluctuations, speculative bubbles, and unconventional financial trends. Cryptocurrencies, digital assets, and decentralized economic systems may witness both extreme growth and unexpected collapses. Those involved in high-risk investments should exercise caution, as Rahu tends to create illusions of success before revealing underlying instability. Financial structures built on deception or exploitation may face exposure and downfall, reinforcing the need for ethical financial practices. On a global scale, natural calamities, pandemics, and unexpected crises may intensify during this transit. Purva Bhadrapada's energy is deeply tied to purification through destruction, and Rahu's chaotic influence can magnify this. Events related to waterborne diseases, earthquakes, and extreme weather patterns may be prominent. It is a period where collective karma is activated, requiring humanity to reassess its relationship with nature, resources, and sustainability. Despite the intensity of this transit, it is also a time of great potential for spiritual growth. Those who embrace change, let go of rigid beliefs, and align with their inner truth can experience profound awakening. Meditation, self-reflection, and seeking guidance from authentic spiritual sources can help navigate this phase. Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada pushes for deep inner work, demanding that individuals break free from illusions and embrace higher wisdom. To assess the impact of this transit, it's crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign provides insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you'll emotionally respond to these changes. Consider the position of your current Mahadasha Lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current dasha period. It's important to remember that the effects of this transit will vary for each person. If you are currently undergoing Rahu Dasha, the transit will have a pronounced impact. The placement of natal Rahu and its interaction with transiting Rahu and Jupiter is crucial. This transit can intensify the effects of Rahu Dasha, bringing about significant changes and challenges. Similarly, those in Jupiter Dasha will experience notable effects. The transit emphasizes the need to assess the condition of Jupiter in both natal and transit charts. The retrograde and direct phases of Jupiter during this period will also play a crucial role in determining the outcomes. By analyzing your Vedic birth chart, you can gain valuable insights into how these transits might influence your life. If you're unsure about your planetary placements, simply click the link below to generate your personalized Vedic birth chart. To understand how this transit may affect you based on your zodiac sign and the houses it transits, let's delve into those specifics. For Aries, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is a highly transformative phase as it moves through your 12th and 11th houses. This period marks a significant shift in both your personal and professional aspects of life, bringing a blend of challenges and opportunities. Rahu's presence in Purva Bhadrapada, a nakshatra ruled by Jupiter, intensifies themes of spiritual growth, hidden knowledge, ambition, and social expansion. Initially, as Rahu transits through Pisces in your 12th house, you may experience a heightened sense of introspection and detachment from the material world. The 12th house governs foreign lands, isolation, expenses, and spiritual evolution, making this an ideal time for you if you seek to travel abroad or relocate. Immigration matters may see progress, but patience is required until after May 18th, when obstacles start to clear. Financially, this period may bring fluctuations, requiring you to carefully budget and avoid unnecessary expenses. Hidden enemies and deceptive influences may surface, so it's essential to remain vigilant in business and personal matters. The influence of Purva Bhadrapada, a nakshatra associated with deep transformation and mystical pursuits, may create a strong inclination in you toward esoteric studies, astrology, or meditation. You might feel drawn to spiritual retreats or engage in practices that provide inner growth and self-discovery. However, Rahu's illusionary nature can also lead to escapism, indulgence in unhealthy habits, or mental unrest. Your dream patterns may become more vivid, revealing subconscious fears and desires that demand attention. As Rahu moves into Aquarius, it enters your 11th house, shifting the focus toward ambitions, social circles, and financial gains. This transition brings a surge in networking opportunities, making it a favorable time for you to form new alliances, expand your social reach, and pursue professional growth. The 11th house governs material aspirations, and with Rahu's presence, you may develop unconventional approaches to achieving your goals. Sudden gains, financial windfalls, or unexpected job opportunities may arise, particularly in fields related to technology, research, and digital platforms. This phase also introduces the risk of overambition, leading to unethical tactics or manipulative strategies in professional settings. It is crucial for you to remain ethical and avoid shortcuts, as Rahu's transit often brings temporary success that may later result in unforeseen consequences. If you work in social media, entertainment, import-export, or commission-based industries, you may see a significant rise in earnings, making this an opportune time to leverage digital platforms for career advancement. However, discernment is needed in choosing business associates, as deceptive individuals may attempt to exploit your ambitions. Relationships and friendships may undergo a period of reevaluation. During the 12th house transit, you might experience emotional distancing, secret affairs, or separations, highlighting the need for transparency and honesty. As Rahu enters the 11th house, friendships and social networks become a major influence. While new and influential connections may enter your life, there is also a possibility of betrayals or power struggles within existing relationships. It is advised to remain cautious in trusting others blindly, as Rahu's influence can bring both supportive and deceptive individuals into your circle. The transit of Rahu through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra holds immense potential for your professional expansion. If you are engaged in innovative fields such as artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and online businesses, you may witness remarkable progress. Entrepreneurs looking to launch startups or venture into new business territories will find this period supportive, particularly after May 18th. If you seek career advancements, you may receive unexpected promotions or job offers, but adaptability will be key to managing sudden changes. Rahu in Aquarius also favors careers related to humanitarian causes, astrology, psychology, and research, making it an excellent time for you if you are in these professions. Financially, this transit can be both rewarding and unpredictable. While Rahu in the 11th house is known for bringing monetary gains, it also amplifies desires, sometimes leading to excessive spending or investment in risky ventures. You must exercise caution in speculative activities, ensuring that financial decisions are made with long-term stability in mind. Investments in innovative projects, cryptocurrency, or foreign markets may yield profits, but only if approached with due diligence. Health-wise, you need to pay attention to your mental and emotional well-being. The 12th house phase can trigger stress-related issues, sleep disturbances, and anxiety, making self-care practices essential. As Rahu moves into the 11th house, overindulgence in social activities, unhealthy eating habits, or excessive reliance on stimulants may pose risks. From a spiritual perspective, Rahu's transit in Purva Bhadrapada can be deeply transformative for you. The 12th house phase encourages solitude and introspection, making it an ideal time for meditation, self-inquiry, and exploring spiritual philosophies. As Rahu enters the 11th house, you may find yourself drawn towards spiritual communities, knowledge-sharing platforms, or mentorship programs that provide profound insights. If you are interested in astrology, metaphysics, or occult sciences, you may experience heightened intuition and a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. As Rahu moves through the final degrees of Pisces and later into Aquarius, you must remain mindful of the dual energies at play. Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada is known for its ability to provide solutions, but these solutions often come in unconventional ways. Challenges faced during the initial phase will overall lead to growth and breakthroughs, provided you remain patient and adaptable. The influence of Jupiter, the nakshatra's ruler, ensures that wisdom and higher knowledge guide your decisions, even amidst Rahu's illusionary tendencies. For major life changes, the key periods to watch are March 16th to May 18th, when Rahu is still in Pisces, and after May 18th, when it fully enters Aquarius. The former period may involve groundwork, investments, and travel-related matters, while the latter phase unlocks greater opportunities for expansion and success. If you are engaged in creative pursuits, research, or media-related work, you may find your influence growing significantly, with potential recognition on larger platforms. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is a powerful period of transformation, growth, and heightened ambition for you as an Aries native. While the initial phase requires caution and strategic planning, the later part of the transit offers immense opportunities for success in both your personal and professional life. By maintaining ethical practices, embracing change, and staying grounded amidst rapid developments, you can harness Rahu's energy to manifest your aspirations and achieve long-term prosperity. For Taurus, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will have a significant impact as it traverses your 11th and 10th houses during this period. This transit is complex, bringing both opportunities and challenges in different phases. Initially, Rahu in the 11th house in Pisces focuses on financial growth, networking, and aspirations, while later, as it moves into Aquarius, its influence shifts to your 10th house of career, authority, and reputation. The 11th house is linked to financial prosperity, and Rahu's presence here can open unconventional sources of income. Opportunities for sudden financial growth may arise, but they could come with hidden complications. You might feel drawn toward investments, speculative gains, or business ventures that seem lucrative at first glance but require deeper scrutiny. The influence of Purva Bhadrapada can lead to radical shifts in your financial outlook, encouraging you to think outside the box and explore alternative avenues for wealth accumulation. However, caution is advised against get-rich-quick schemes or deceptive financial dealings, as Rahu's illusory nature can obscure the true risks involved. Socially, Rahu's presence in the 11th house can bring dynamic changes in your friendships and associations. You may find yourself networking with influential people who can aid your career and financial goals. If your personal planetary periods, dashas, are favorable, you will attract positive, goal-oriented individuals who support your aspirations. However, if the dasha is negative, Rahu may lead you toward deceptive associations or circles that are not in your best interest. It is essential to differentiate between genuine allies and opportunistic individuals during this time. Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada also has a spiritual and philosophical inclination, which may push you to engage with groups or communities that promote transformation, mysticism, or esoteric knowledge. While this could be an enlightening experience, it is important to remain grounded and avoid blindly following misleading ideologies. As Rahu moves into Aquarius and influences your 10th house from May 2025 onward, the focus will shift significantly to career and professional matters. The 10th house governs status, authority, and career achievements, and Rahu here can create unexpected but powerful changes in your professional life. You may experience sudden promotions, job switches, or even a complete shift in your career direction. This transit can bring opportunities to step into leadership roles, gain public recognition, or work on high-profile projects. If you are involved in fields such as technology, media, politics, or multinational industries, you may see significant professional growth. However, Rahu's tendency to push you toward shortcuts or unethical practices must be kept in check, as such actions may lead to long-term consequences. Rahu's influence in the 10th house can also amplify your ambitions, making you extremely driven to succeed. While this is a positive aspect, it is crucial to balance professional aspirations with ethical decision-making and a solid reputation. The energy of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is extreme and transformative, pushing you toward making bold career moves. However, with this ambition comes increased scrutiny, and maintaining transparency in professional dealings will be necessary. Power struggles at the workplace may arise, and it is advised to navigate office politics carefully. If you are in administrative, governmental, or leadership positions, you may find yourself involved in large-scale projects or social initiatives, particularly in NGOs or public service sectors. On a personal level, this transit may cause some distance in relationships as career ambitions take precedence over personal life. You may find yourself prioritizing work over family, which could lead to misunderstandings with loved ones. Balancing professional responsibilities with personal commitments will be essential to maintaining harmony in your relationships. Rahu's transit through the 10th house may bring increased public visibility, which can affect your privacy and personal boundaries. It is advisable to manage your image and avoid getting entangled in controversies. Health-wise, Rahu's impact on the 11th and 10th houses may lead to stress-related ailments. The pressure to succeed and maintain your social or professional standing could result in anxiety, sleep disturbances, or burnout. Since Jupiter, the Nakshatra Lord, also rules your 8th house of chronic health issues, there may be an increased tendency to experience health concerns related to digestion, liver function, or inflammation. Maintaining a disciplined lifestyle, incorporating mindfulness practices, and managing stress effectively will be crucial during this transit. Financially, this transit is a double-edged sword. While Rahu in the 11th house may bring financial gains through innovative ideas, new investments, or collaborations, Rahu's transit into the 10th house may demand expenditures related to career advancements, such as further education, training, or business expansion. The presence of Jupiter's energy through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will provide some level of wisdom in financial matters, but it is advisable to seek professional advice before making major financial decisions. The period when Rahu is in Pisces from March to May 2025 will be particularly strong for financial growth, but it will be essential to avoid overindulgence in speculative ventures. As Rahu moves into Aquarius, there may be expenses related to career ambitions, and careful financial planning will be necessary to sustain stability. This transit also has implications for your spiritual growth. Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is deeply linked with transformation, higher wisdom, and philosophical insights. You may feel an urge to explore deeper existential questions, engage in meditation, or seek guidance from spiritual mentors. However, Rahu's influence can sometimes lead to confusion or misleading beliefs, so it is essential to rely on authentic sources of wisdom rather than blindly following unconventional spiritual paths. Engaging in disciplined spiritual practices rather than seeking quick-fix enlightenment will be the key to gaining genuine insights during this period. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a period of transformation for you, bringing financial growth, career advancements, and dynamic social interactions. However, challenges such as deceptive influences, ethical dilemmas, and stress-related health concerns must be managed with wisdom. The first phase in Pisces will enhance networking and financial opportunities, while the later phase in Aquarius will push you toward ambitious career goals. By maintaining integrity, making informed financial decisions, and balancing personal and professional responsibilities, you can harness the power of this transit for long-term success and stability. For Gemini, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra from March 16th to November 23rd will be a significant period. As Rahu moves through this nakshatra, initially in Pisces and later shifting into Aquarius, it will bring about intense transformations in your career, relationships, higher learning, and philosophical beliefs. The influence of this nakshatra, which is known for its mystical, dual, and transformative nature, will cause both challenges and new opportunities. Rahu's presence in your 10th house while in Pisces will have a profound impact on your professional life. This placement often brings unexpected career shifts, opportunities for promotions, and unconventional means of attaining success. The 10th house governs authority, reputation, and career, making Rahu's presence here a game changer. You may find yourself drawn to fields like technology, research, media, or even politics. However, with Rahu's influence, there is always an element of unpredictability. Office politics, hidden rivals, and power struggles could emerge, demanding careful navigation. Ethical dilemmas may present themselves, and it is crucial to maintain integrity, as any deceptive actions could backfire later. Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, ruled by Jupiter, will also influence how these professional developments unfold. Since Jupiter governs your 7th and 10th houses, surprises in relationships and career are inevitable. The first 2 months of this transit may feel particularly challenging, bringing restlessness, agitation, or even dissatisfaction with your current professional standing. However, as Rahu continues its journey through this nakshatra, it will clear the way for new opportunities. By the time Jupiter enters Gemini in May, a renewed sense of confidence and direction will emerge, allowing for significant career advancements. When Rahu shifts into the 3rd pada of Purva Bhadrapada in Aquarius, it will move into your 9th house, shifting focus from career to higher learning, long-distance travel, and spiritual exploration. This phase can bring unexpected academic opportunities, international business ventures, or significant interactions with mentors and teachers. If you are involved in legal fields, academia, or religious studies, you may experience upheavals but also major breakthroughs. Rahu's presence in the 9th house challenges traditional belief systems, pushing you to explore unconventional philosophies or question established norms. This transit may also bring complex relationships with father figures, spiritual mentors, or guides. Conflicts or misunderstandings regarding moral values, ethics, and religious beliefs could arise. You may feel a desire to break free from traditional ideologies and establish your personal belief system. If handled wisely, this period can lead to profound wisdom and a redefined philosophical outlook. Travel may be an essential theme, and while opportunities for international ventures may increase, unexpected hurdles such as visa issues, travel restrictions, or financial setbacks could arise. Careful planning and patience will be required to navigate these challenges. On a personal level, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada will heighten introspection and self-discovery. Since Gemini is ruled by Mercury, an intellectual and analytical planet, Rahu's influence can create an overactive mind, leading to excessive speculation and restlessness. You may have a tendency to overthink, engage in risky ventures, or make impulsive financial decisions. It is advisable to avoid speculative investments or hasty business deals, as Rahu can create illusions that lead to financial instability. Instead, channeling your energy into research, education, and spiritual growth will be more beneficial during this period. Financially, this period requires strategic planning. With Rahu activating both the 10th and 9th houses, your income sources may fluctuate. There could be sudden gains through career advancements, foreign investments, or unexpected business deals, but equally, there is potential for financial losses if you are not careful. If you are an entrepreneur, you may feel drawn towards unconventional business models or technology-driven ventures, which could yield success if executed strategically. However, gambling, cryptocurrency, or speculative investments should be approached with caution to avoid unexpected financial setbacks. The influence of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will also shape your relationships during this transit. Since this nakshatra has a dual energy, both spiritual and materialistic, your relationships may undergo drastic changes. Rahu's presence can create situations where you seek personal gain from partnerships, whether romantic or business-related. It is important to assess relationships honestly and avoid manipulative tendencies. There could be significant transformations in your partnerships, with some relationships coming to an end while new ones emerge. This transit can bring karmic connections, where individuals from past lives re-enter your life to resolve unfinished business. Health-wise, stress management will be essential during this transit. Anxiety, sleep disturbances, and nervous system issues may surface due to Rahu's intense energy. Engaging in meditation or breathwork can help stabilize your mind. Since Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra carries a deep transformative energy, you may feel drawn towards occult sciences, spiritual healing, or esoteric practices. While these interests can be beneficial, it is important to remain discerning and not fall prey to fraudulent gurus or misleading spiritual teachings. Rahu's influence on your 10th house will last until May 18th, after which it moves into Aquarius, marking a shift in focus towards long-term vision and higher wisdom. This transition will bring a greater inclination towards spiritual pursuits, philosophical studies, and global interactions. If you are seeking to settle abroad or expand your work internationally, this period will open doors. However, Rahu's transit in the 9th house also brings an increased tendency to challenge authority, which could create conflicts with mentors, teachers, or elders. It is important to remain open to learning while also critically evaluating new knowledge. By the time Rahu moves into Aquarius, you may find yourself dedicating more time to spiritual learning, religious studies, or deep philosophical contemplation. You may feel drawn towards long-distance travel, pilgrimages, or interactions with foreign cultures. However, caution is needed in choosing mentors or spiritual guides, as Rahu's energy can create illusions, leading to blind faith in deceptive individuals. Thorough research and discernment will be key to ensuring that the knowledge you gain during this period is authentic and beneficial. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a period of deep transformation for Gemini. It will challenge established norms, push for career advancements, and open doors to unconventional wisdom. While the transit may bring some initial turbulence, especially in your career and relationships, it ultimately leads to self-discovery and success. By embracing adaptability and maintaining ethical integrity, this transit can be a powerful phase of growth and achievement. For Cancer, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will have a profound impact on you, as it influences both your 9th and 8th houses during this period. This transit begins in the 4th pada of Purva Bhadrapada in Pisces, activating your 9th house, which governs higher knowledge, spirituality, long-distance travel, fortune, and philosophical understanding. As Rahu moves into Aquarius, it moves into the 3rd pada of Purva Bhadrapada, affecting your 8th house, which represents transformation, hidden knowledge, shared resources, and sudden changes. At the beginning of this transit, with Rahu in Pisces influencing your 9th house, you may undergo a significant transformation in your worldview. There will be a deep desire to seek knowledge, explore new philosophies, and immerse yourself in esoteric studies. The 9th house is associated with wisdom, and Rahu's presence here will push you toward unconventional learning paths, possibly leading you to question long-held beliefs or religious affiliations. If you are engaged in academic fields, publishing, or legal work, you may experience unexpected opportunities or disruptions in your professional journey. Long-distance travel could become an essential theme during this phase. Whether for spiritual purposes, career growth, or educational pursuits, journeys taken under Rahu's influence will lead to profound realizations. However, since Rahu is unpredictable, your travel plans may come with sudden obstacles or unanticipated changes. You are advised to remain adaptable and cautious in your endeavors. This transit may introduce influential mentors or spiritual guides, but discernment is necessary, as Rahu can also bring misleading figures who may not have genuine intentions. Professionally, if you are involved in higher education, research, law, or spiritual practices, you may find significant breakthroughs. However, Rahu's rebellious energy may lead to conflicts with authority figures, teachers, or mentors. It is crucial to navigate these relationships with patience and diplomacy to avoid unnecessary confrontations. The desire to challenge conventional wisdom will be strong, but ensure that you remain grounded and do not make impulsive decisions based on illusions or misinformation. As Rahu moves into Aquarius and enters your 8th house, the focus will shift towards financial matters, psychological depth, and transformation. The 8th house is associated with mysteries, hidden truths, and sudden events, making this phase one of deep internal and external changes. You may develop an interest in the occult, astrology, or healing sciences. There will be a strong inclination to uncover hidden knowledge, and if you are involved in research or investigative fields, you may find yourself making important discoveries. Financially, this transit may bring unexpected gains or losses, particularly related to inheritance, insurance, debts, or shared resources. You are advised to be extremely cautious in financial dealings, as Rahu's influence can lead to sudden fluctuations. Investing in high-risk ventures without proper research could result in negative consequences. It is essential to analyze all financial commitments carefully and avoid speculative activities that seem too good to be true. There may also be an increased risk of fraud, scams, or financial manipulation, so vigilance is necessary. On a personal level, this transit will bring deep-seated fears, suppressed emotions, and unresolved traumas to the surface. The 8th house governs transformation, and Rahu's presence here intensifies the need for inner healing. You may find yourself drawn to therapy, introspection, and psychological exploration. This is an excellent period to work on self-improvement and release past burdens that may have been holding you back. Relationships may undergo significant transformations during this time. Issues related to trust, intimacy, and control may come to the forefront, particularly in marriage or long-term partnerships. You may experience power struggles or secrets being revealed, which could either strengthen the relationship through honest communication or lead to endings if unresolved issues persist. Open and transparent discussions will be crucial in maintaining harmony in your personal relationships. Health-wise, Rahu's transit in the 8th house may bring stress-related ailments, digestive issues, or concerns related to reproductive health. It is important to prioritize your well-being through balanced nutrition, regular exercise, and stress management techniques. Since the 8th house also governs longevity and transformation, you should be mindful of your overall health and avoid neglecting any medical concerns. During the initial phase of this transit, as Rahu remains in your 9th house, you will find yourself aggressively pursuing your education. The drive to complete studies and gain knowledge will be intense. You may feel compelled to explore subjects deeply and may even consider publishing your work or engaging in intellectual discussions. The 9th house is also associated with philosophy, and you may feel a strong urge to explore higher spiritual teachings. However, Rahu's influence can sometimes lead to obsession, making it necessary to maintain a balanced approach and not become overly dependent on teachers or mentors. As Rahu moves into your 8th house in Aquarius from May 18th to November 23rd, if you are involved in research-oriented professions, you will see significant progress. There could be new inventions, breakthroughs, or deep insights that push you forward in your respective field. This is particularly beneficial if you work in the pharmaceutical industry, research, mining, petroleum, or other sectors related to hidden or underground resources. The potential for success in these areas will be high, provided there is careful planning and a methodical approach. The 8th house also governs investments, so any financial decisions must be made after thorough analysis. Rahu's energy can create an illusion of quick financial gains, but hasty decisions may lead to unexpected losses. You should avoid risky investments and ensure you trust reliable sources before making any commitments. Scams and fraudulent schemes may increase during this time, making it necessary to remain vigilant, especially in online transactions. Sexual energy and desires may also intensify during this transit. If you are single, you may experience a strong urge for intimacy, but it is important to exercise caution and not get carried away by fleeting attractions. Married individuals should avoid extramarital temptations, as Rahu's energy can provoke situations that may lead to regret later. Practicing self-control and maintaining ethical boundaries will help in avoiding unnecessary complications. For you as a Cancer native, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a period of mixed experiences. On one hand, it will bring opportunities for knowledge expansion, spiritual growth, and professional breakthroughs. On the other hand, challenges related to financial stability, emotional turbulence, and relationship dynamics will need careful handling. Overall, this transit is a time for deep transformation and self-discovery. You should embrace the changes with an open mind and use this period for personal growth, spiritual exploration, and financial prudence. While challenges will exist, they will also lead to invaluable lessons and greater resilience. By staying cautious and making informed decisions, you can navigate this transit successfully and emerge stronger on the other side. For Leo, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will have a profound impact as it moves through your 8th and 7th houses during this period. This transit will trigger significant transformations in different aspects of your life, affecting your psychological well-being, career, relationships, finances, and social standing. The influence of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, ruled by Jupiter, brings both challenges and opportunities, urging you to navigate this phase with awareness and adaptability. As Rahu initially transits through Pisces in the 4th pada of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, it will influence your 8th house of transformation, hidden matters, inheritance, and occult sciences. This phase can be deeply introspective and may bring underlying fears, suppressed emotions, or unresolved past traumas to the surface. You may feel an increased curiosity about mystical subjects, esoteric knowledge, and alternative healing practices. You might find yourself drawn toward astrology, tantra, or other occult sciences as you seek to understand the deeper mysteries of life. Financial matters related to inheritance, insurance, joint assets, and debt management will demand your careful attention. Unexpected financial gains or losses may occur, requiring a well-thought-out strategy to maintain stability. The 8th house is also associated with secrecy, control, and power dynamics. Rahu's presence here can intensify these themes, leading to power struggles in your personal and professional relationships. Be cautious of manipulation, both from others and within yourself. Business deals, investments, and financial decisions should be approached with caution, as there may be hidden clauses or deceptive elements that could lead to unforeseen complications. The desire for control may become overwhelming, but it is essential to balance ambition with ethical considerations. Health-wise, this transit may bring issues related to stress, reproductive health, or chronic ailments. The psychological intensity of this period may lead to anxiety or overthinking, making it important to adopt mindfulness practices such as meditation, yoga, or therapy. Since the 8th house also governs deep healing, you may undergo transformative experiences through therapy, spiritual retreats, or energy healing. From May 18th, Rahu will retrograde into Aquarius, moving into the 3rd pada of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, activating your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, and business relationships. This shift will significantly impact you by bringing sudden changes in personal and professional alliances. Relationships that were once stable may undergo unexpected shifts, while new and unconventional connections may enter your life. This is a period when you may attract people from different cultural backgrounds or those with unique perspectives on life and relationships. While this can be an exciting time for personal growth, it is also crucial to differentiate between genuine connections and fleeting attractions, as Rahu's energy often creates illusions. For those in committed relationships, this transit may test the strength of your bond. Issues related to trust, independence, and expectations may arise, requiring open and honest communication. Some relationships may undergo a transformative phase, where deeper understanding and growth occur, while others may dissolve if they lack a strong foundation. Business partnerships will also be affected, and you must be mindful of miscommunications, hidden agendas, or potential legal disputes. Any contracts, agreements, or collaborations should be reviewed carefully to avoid misunderstandings or losses. Professionally, Rahu in the 7th house can bring unexpected opportunities in business and networking. This is a favorable time for expanding your professional network and forming strategic alliances. However, not all opportunities will be trustworthy, so discernment is key. Entrepreneurs and business owners may experience growth, especially if they work in industries related to technology, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, finance, chemicals, or pharmaceuticals. Those seeking employment may find opportunities in large multinational corporations or high-profile organizations. Public appearances, social engagements, and community involvement will increase, helping you establish a stronger presence in your professional and social circles. As Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is known for its intense energy, you must manage your emotions and avoid becoming overly aggressive or dominating in your interactions. The desire for success, recognition, and influence may be strong, but impulsive decisions or power struggles can backfire. If Mars aspects Rahu during this period, tempers may flare, leading to conflicts in personal and professional relationships. Practicing patience and diplomacy will be essential to navigate challenges smoothly. Financially, this transit can bring both gains and unexpected expenses. While business growth and professional advancements may improve income, impulsive investments or risky financial decisions could lead to losses. Avoid speculative ventures and instead focus on long-term financial planning. Legal matters related to partnerships, inheritance, or business agreements may arise, requiring your careful handling. Health concerns during this period may revolve around stress-related ailments, digestive issues, or hormonal imbalances. Maintaining a balanced diet, engaging in regular exercise, and prioritizing mental well-being will help mitigate potential health risks. Since the 7th house is associated with partnerships, you may experience emotional turbulence due to relationship challenges. Seeking professional guidance or counseling can be beneficial in maintaining emotional stability. Despite the challenges, this transit also holds immense potential for your personal and professional evolution. If you are engaged in research, spirituality, technology, or healing practices, you may experience breakthroughs, leading to significant advancements in your respective fields. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a period of deep transformation for you, impacting your psychological landscape, relationships, career, and financial status. Navigating this transit with awareness, strategic decision-making, and emotional balance will be key to making the most of the opportunities while minimizing potential challenges. By embracing change and remaining mindful of illusions, you can make this transit a period of growth, self-discovery, and long-term success. For Virgo, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a transformative and intense period, significantly influencing your 7th and 6th houses. This transit will bring substantial changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual outlook. At the beginning of this transit, Rahu's presence in your 7th house will emphasize relationships, making this a time of significant developments in both personal and professional partnerships. If you are single, you may experience sudden romantic encounters, often with individuals who are unconventional, foreign, or mysterious. However, Rahu's illusionary influence can create misunderstandings or deceptive attractions, so exercise caution before making serious commitments. If you are married, you may face intense fluctuations in your relationship dynamic. Trust issues could emerge, and your partner may become secretive or emotionally distant. In some cases, legal complications in marriage or business partnerships might arise, requiring patience and strategic decision-making. Your business partnerships and professional collaborations will also undergo significant shifts during this time. If you are an entrepreneur, you may experience both breakthroughs and setbacks as Rahu's influence creates a volatile yet transformative environment. Opportunities in technology, artificial intelligence, research, and international trade may present themselves. However, scrutinize business agreements carefully, as Rahu can introduce hidden clauses or deceptive dealings. The presence of Jupiter as the Nakshatra Lord offers a balance, guiding you toward ethical and long-term success if you remain vigilant and informed. As Rahu moves into your 6th house in Aquarius, the focus will shift to work, competition, and health-related matters. This phase will be particularly intense if you are involved in professions requiring strategic thinking, problem-solving, and analytical skills. Your workplace may become more competitive, and conflicts with colleagues or authority figures could arise. However, Rahu in the 6th house can give you an edge over competitors, helping you assert dominance in your field. If you are preparing for competitive exams or seeking professional growth, this transit could be a period of both struggle and success, depending on your ability to adapt and strategize. Your health will require special attention during this transit, as Rahu in the 6th house can lead to stress-related ailments, digestive problems, or mysterious illnesses that may be difficult to diagnose. Focus on preventive healthcare, maintain a balanced diet, and avoid self-destructive habits. Alternative healing methods, meditation, and disciplined self-care will be beneficial. The 6th house also governs addiction and harmful habits, making this a crucial time to eliminate negative patterns and adopt healthier routines. Pay attention to your psychological well-being, as Rahu's unpredictable nature can cause heightened anxiety or mental restlessness. Financially, this transit will bring mixed effects. While the 7th house phase may bring financial gains through business partnerships or international opportunities, the shift into the 6th house could introduce unexpected expenses, debts, or financial fluctuations. It will be essential for you to manage your finances wisely, avoiding impulsive investments or risky ventures. However, this period also offers an opportunity to resolve long-standing debts and improve financial planning. Legal matters related to loans, inheritances, or business dealings may arise, requiring careful handling and expert advice. Rahu's transit in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will also impact your spiritual and philosophical perspectives. This period will encourage deep introspection, leading to an increased interest in mystical sciences, astrology, and esoteric subjects. You may seek guidance from spiritual mentors or explore meditation and alternative philosophies. However, exercise caution, as Rahu's illusionary influence can lead to misguided spiritual pursuits or deceptive teachers. Grounded and disciplined spiritual practices will yield the best results, helping you navigate this transformative phase with wisdom and clarity. Your social circles and friendships may also undergo changes during this transit. You may find yourself distancing from certain associations while forming new, influential connections. Networking will be essential, but discernment is necessary in choosing reliable allies. Engaging in humanitarian or charitable activities may bring fulfillment and balance the karmic influences of this period. However, remain cautious of deceptive individuals who may take advantage of Rahu's influence to manipulate situations. For academic pursuits, Rahu in the 6th house can bring both challenges and opportunities. Your focus and discipline may be tested, but this period also offers potential for intellectual growth and success in competitive fields. Research-oriented studies and analytical subjects will be particularly favorable. However, manage distractions and mental restlessness to ensure consistent progress. As Rahu transitions through the 7th house, it will intensify your desires related to relationships, marriage, and worldly attachments. With Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra ruled by Jupiter, the 4th and 7th house lord for Virgo, this transit will deeply impact both your personal and professional life. Rahu's presence in this intense nakshatra will create duality, making you feel torn between material desires and spiritual growth. You may feel a strong urge to break free from conventional paths or struggle with internal conflicts regarding your goals and aspirations. The influence of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra brings both positive and challenging energies. On one hand, it provides out-of-the-box solutions to complex problems, making this an excellent time for innovation and unconventional thinking. If you are engaged in business or creative fields, you will benefit from unique ideas and strategic problem-solving skills. However, the dual nature of this nakshatra also increases unpredictability, so analyze the pros and cons of any major decision before taking action. Impulsivity in relationships, business, or financial matters can lead to long-term complications if not handled carefully. When Rahu moves into your 6th house in Aquarius, its energy will become more practical and result-oriented. This placement is known for its ability to defeat enemies, overcome obstacles, and bring success through perseverance. You will find yourself becoming more strategic in handling conflicts, whether in personal relationships or professional environments. However, the presence of malefic influences in the 6th house can also lead to legal troubles, workplace disputes, or hidden enemies working against you. Stay vigilant, maintain ethical conduct, and avoid unnecessary confrontations to navigate this phase successfully. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a period of transformation, intensity, and unpredictability for you. Your relationships, career, finances, health, and spiritual growth will all undergo significant changes, requiring adaptability and strategic thinking. While challenges will arise, this transit also provides opportunities for growth, innovation, and breaking free from limiting patterns. By staying mindful, making informed decisions, and balancing material and spiritual pursuits, you can harness Rahu's energy to navigate this transformative journey successfully. For Libra, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be an intense and transformative period, impacting your 6th and 5th houses during this phase. As Rahu enters the 4th pada of Purva Bhadrapada in Pisces, it directly influences your 6th house, which governs work, daily routines, health, enemies, and debts. Expect significant changes in your professional life, with shifts in your work environment. Work responsibilities may feel overwhelming, and you might face conflicts with colleagues or hidden adversaries. Office politics could be prevalent, so careful navigation will be crucial. However, Rahu's presence also empowers you to outmaneuver competition and establish a stronger position, provided you remain tactful and strategic. During this phase, maintaining good health will be critical. You might experience increased stress, digestive issues, or immune-related imbalances. Unexplained ailments or psychosomatic concerns may also arise, requiring attention. This period calls for a disciplined lifestyle, focusing on proper diet, exercise, and stress management techniques like meditation and yoga. Alternative healing methods, such as Ayurveda or energy healing, could prove beneficial. Rahu's placement in this nakshatra, ruled by Jupiter, might also inspire you to explore holistic or spiritual healing practices. Financially, Rahu's impact on your 6th house can be unpredictable. Sudden expenses, debts, or legal matters may arise, demanding cautious financial planning. This is not an ideal time for impulsive borrowing or investing. If you are involved in legal battles or disputes, prepare for a prolonged process, but you can gain an advantage if you proceed methodically. Rahu's influence can also bring opportunities to overcome past financial difficulties, especially if you adopt strategic money management practices. As Rahu moves into Aquarius and moves into the 3rd pada of Purva Bhadrapada, its impact shifts to your 5th house, bringing changes in creativity, romance, education, and speculative activities. This period can be dynamic if you are involved in artistic, intellectual, or entertainment-related fields. You may feel an influx of new ideas and an urge to explore unconventional creative paths. However, Rahu's presence here brings unpredictability, so it's essential to exercise caution in financial speculation, investments, or risky ventures. In your romantic life, relationships may face turbulence. If you're single, you may attract unusual, intense, or magnetic partners, but these relationships could come with complications. If you're in an existing relationship, misunderstandings, illusions, or unrealistic expectations may arise. Maintaining open communication and emotional clarity will help you avoid unnecessary conflicts. For married individuals, this transit may bring changes related to children, whether through concerns about their education or sudden responsibilities. If you have children, this transit may bring fluctuations in their academic progress or behavior. They might develop an interest in unconventional subjects such as astrology, technology, or esoteric sciences. While this can be an exciting phase for their intellectual growth, providing them with structure and guidance will be essential to keep them focused and disciplined. Some children may exhibit rebellious tendencies, requiring patience and understanding from you as a parent. Academically, you might find it challenging to maintain focus due to distractions or a fluctuating interest in studies. However, Rahu in the 5th house can also bless you with intellectual sharpness and innovative thinking. If you're preparing for competitive exams or involved in research-oriented studies, maintaining discipline and avoiding unnecessary diversions will be key. Seeking mentorship or guidance from a knowledgeable teacher can greatly benefit you during this transit. Financially, the speculative nature of Rahu in the 5th house can create highs and lows. While you might experience sudden gains, there's also a risk of unexpected losses if you're not cautious. Investments, particularly in stock markets, cryptocurrencies, or other speculative trades, should be approached with well-informed decisions rather than impulse. Seeking professional financial advice before making major commitments is crucial to avoid potential pitfalls. Spiritually, Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra can lead you toward esoteric knowledge, mysticism, and philosophical exploration. This period encourages deeper introspection and a quest for meaning in life. You may experience profound spiritual awakenings or feel drawn to alternative philosophies or unconventional belief systems. However, it's important to stay grounded and discerning, as Rahu's influence can sometimes lead you toward misleading ideologies or deceptive teachers. Socially, your relationships and associations may undergo transformation. You may find yourself distancing from old social circles and gravitating toward more intellectually stimulating or influential individuals. Networking will play a crucial role in your career growth, but it's essential to be mindful of alliances and avoid associations that could lead to negative influences. Until May 18th, Rahu will continue its transit through your 6th house in Pisces, urging you to resolve issues related to work, enemies, and obstacles. This period is favorable for career advancements if you remain cautious of workplace politics. Rahu's presence in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra enhances your problem-solving abilities, helping you overcome work-related challenges. Opportunities to work with foreign clients or companies may arise, and you might experience career shifts leading to multinational organizations or bigger platforms. If you're in consulting, advising, or guidance-related roles, significant career progress is likely. Once Rahu moves into your 5th house in Aquarius from May 18th, until November 23rd, the focus will shift toward creative expression, social engagements, and intellectual pursuits. You'll feel a stronger desire to connect with like-minded individuals and establish a robust network. If you're already involved in social media, publishing, content creation, or advisory roles, you might see an expansion in your reach and influence. Rahu's energy will push you toward innovation and unconventional methods, which can be beneficial if utilized wisely. However, it's crucial to avoid misinformation or involvement in deceptive or unethical ventures. If your current Mahadasha or planetary period is not favorable, there's a risk of being drawn into scams or misleading activities, which you should consciously avoid. Education and personal growth will also take center stage during this transit. Rahu in the 5th house will enhance your curiosity and ability to absorb knowledge, making this a beneficial period for learning new skills or furthering your education. If you're interested in research, astrology, technology, or philosophy, you may develop a deep passion for these subjects. However, be cautious when selecting mentors or teachers, as misleading influences may be prevalent. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will bring both challenges and opportunities. The initial phase in your 6th house will demand resilience in work, health, and financial matters, while the later phase in your 5th house will emphasize creative growth, intellectual pursuits, and social expansion. By maintaining discipline, making informed decisions, and being mindful of external influences, you can harness Rahu's energy positively and emerge stronger from this transformative period. For Scorpio, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a deeply transformative period, bringing shifts in multiple aspects of your life. As Rahu initially transits the Pisces segment of Purva Bhadrapada, it will influence your 5th house, which governs romance, creativity, speculation, and children. Later, when Rahu moves into the Aquarius section of this nakshatra, its impact will shift toward your 4th house, affecting home, family, emotional stability, and real estate matters. In the initial phase of this transit, Rahu in Pisces will activate your 5th house, amplifying your desire for self-expression, learning, and speculative activities. You may find yourself drawn toward unconventional fields of study, exploring subjects such as astrology, psychology, or occult sciences. This is a time when your intellect will be sharp, and your ability to absorb knowledge will be heightened. However, Rahu's illusionary nature may also bring distractions, making it important to stay disciplined and focused. If you are pursuing higher education, maintaining a structured approach to studies will be necessary to avoid confusion and erratic thinking. Romantic relationships will undergo significant changes during this period. You may find yourself entering passionate yet unpredictable love affairs that feel fated but could also be emotionally draining. There may be a strong attraction toward unconventional partners, or relationships may take unexpected turns. If you are already in a committed relationship, you may experience a heightened need for excitement and emotional stimulation, which could lead to instability if not managed wisely. Open and honest communication will be essential to maintain harmony in your love life. For those planning for children, Rahu's influence on the 5th house could bring surprises. You may experience delays or alternative paths to parenthood, while others may find their children developing unique or rebellious tendencies. Paying attention to their emotional and intellectual needs will be crucial. Your children may display a strong inclination toward creative or technological fields, making this a good time to support their talents and encourage their pursuits. However, your guidance will be necessary to help them stay grounded and focused. Financially, this phase may bring both opportunities and risks. Rahu's influence on speculative activities such as stock markets, cryptocurrency, and business ventures may create a strong temptation to take financial risks. While you may experience sudden gains, it is important to exercise caution, as Rahu's deceptive nature can also lead to losses. Thorough financial analysis and strategic decision-making will be key to making the most of this period. Avoid impulsive investments and seek expert advice before committing to major financial decisions. As Rahu moves into Aquarius, its focus will shift to your 4th house, bringing significant changes to home, family life, and emotional well-being. This period may see major shifts in your domestic environment, such as relocation, renovations, or changes in family dynamics. You may feel an increased desire for independence, prompting you to move out of your family home or explore new living arrangements. There may also be an increased interest in real estate investments, but caution is advised, as Rahu can create confusion and unexpected challenges in property-related matters. Conducting thorough research and seeking professional guidance before making any real estate decisions will be essential. Emotionally, this phase may bring inner restlessness and a desire for deeper understanding. You may feel a strong pull toward introspection, spiritual exploration, or psychological healing. This is a time when unresolved family conflicts may resurface, requiring you to address underlying issues with patience and understanding. Emotional stability may be tested, making it important to practice mindfulness, meditation, or other forms of self-care to maintain balance. Relationships with maternal figures may also undergo shifts during this transit. You may experience increased distance from your mother or see her going through significant transformations. Paying attention to maternal health and offering emotional support will be important during this time. If there have been any lingering tensions in family relationships, this transit may provide an opportunity to heal and find resolutions. Professionally, this transit will bring both challenges and breakthroughs. If you are working from home or managing a family business, you may experience sudden shifts in responsibilities or a desire to break free from traditional job roles. You may feel an increased inclination toward unconventional career paths, such as working in technology, media, research, or esoteric fields. If you are involved in consulting, teaching, or advisory roles, you may find this period particularly beneficial for expanding your knowledge and influence. Rahu's presence in the 4th house will also create an influence on your 10th house of career, potentially leading to career shifts or aspirations for international opportunities. You may feel a strong urge to relocate for work, explore foreign job prospects, or start businesses related to real estate, hospitality, or import-export industries. If you are working in a multinational business, this transit may bring new opportunities for expansion or overseas assignments. However, it is important to carefully evaluate these opportunities before making major career moves, as Rahu's influence can create uncertainty. Another key impact of this transit will be the increased desire for material success and financial growth. Jupiter, the ruler of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, governs both the 2nd and 5th houses in your chart, making this transit particularly significant for wealth-related matters. Rahu's presence in a Jupiter-ruled nakshatra can enhance financial prosperity, especially if you are involved in creative, technological, or speculative fields. However, Rahu's energy can also create greed and overambition, leading to impulsive financial decisions. Maintaining a balanced approach and seeking long-term stability rather than short-term gains will be essential. For those involved in writing, publishing, research, or intellectual pursuits, this transit will be particularly beneficial. Rahu's influence will enhance your analytical abilities and provide opportunities to explore new ideas and perspectives. If you are planning to start a blog, write a book, or engage in content creation, this is a favorable time to do so. However, it is important to stay authentic and avoid manipulative tactics, as Rahu's influence can sometimes lead to exaggeration or misinformation. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a dynamic and transformative period for you as a Scorpio native. The key to navigating this transit successfully will be maintaining balance, avoiding impulsive decisions, and staying open to new perspectives while exercising discernment. By embracing change with awareness and adaptability, you can make the most of the opportunities presented by this transit while mitigating potential challenges. For Sagittarius, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a transformative period, significantly impacting your domestic life, personal ambitions, and social interactions. This transit, spanning from Pisces, your 4th house, to Aquarius, your 3rd house, will bring a series of internal and external shifts that require careful navigation. As Rahu initially resides in Pisces, its presence in your 4th house will stir emotional, familial, and property-related matters. When Rahu moves into Aquarius, the focus will shift towards communication, courage, and professional growth. During the initial phase of Rahu's transit in Pisces within Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, you may experience fluctuations in your emotional state and home environment. The fourth house represents domestic stability, inner peace, and real estate, and Rahu's influence can create unexpected developments in these areas. You might face sudden decisions regarding relocation, renovations, or real estate investments. However, caution is advised, as Rahu's illusionary nature can lead to deceptive deals or misunderstandings in property matters. If you're involved in real estate, interior design, or home-based businesses, you could see a surge in opportunities but must remain vigilant against potential fraud. On the emotional front, Rahu's energy might cause a sense of detachment from family members, leading to misunderstandings or strained relationships. Family secrets could surface, creating tensions that require patience and diplomacy. Parental relationships, in particular, may become complex, demanding your emotional maturity and understanding. Practicing mindfulness and maintaining a strong emotional foundation will be essential to counteract Rahu's chaotic influence. As this nakshatra is associated with transformation and spiritual awakening, you might experience a heightened interest in mystical studies, meditation, and occult sciences. However, discernment is necessary to avoid misleading philosophies or deceptive spiritual guides. Purva Bhadrapada's intense energy, combined with Rahu's unpredictability, can lead to an obsession with materialistic pursuits, luxury, or power. It will be crucial to strike a balance between your aspirations and reality to prevent financial strain or emotional burnout. Career-wise, if you're in fields like research, psychology, pharmaceuticals, technology, or metaphysical studies, you may experience significant breakthroughs. Rahu's influence in your fourth house can also bring unexpected attention if you work in politics or public administration. Depending on your past actions and current approach, this public focus can be either positive or negative. If you've worked with integrity, you might receive widespread recognition and career growth. However, careless words or actions could attract criticism and controversy, making it vital to maintain transparency and responsibility in public dealings. From May 18th, Rahu's retrograde motion takes it into Aquarius, shifting its influence to your third house. This transition marks a shift in focus from emotional and domestic concerns to communication, self-expression, and ambition. The third house governs courage, skills, media, travel, and networking, and Rahu's presence here will drive you toward bold, unconventional endeavors. This phase encourages risk-taking and stepping out of your comfort zone. If you're involved in journalism, public speaking, writing, or digital media, you'll find new opportunities to expand your reach. However, Rahu's unpredictable energy can also lead to controversies or misunderstandings in communication. It is essential to be mindful of your words and avoid making commitments you cannot fulfill, as overpromising can lead to reputation damage. Networking and social influence will be major themes during this transit. You'll likely see your professional and social circles expanding, creating new opportunities in business and collaborations. However, Rahu's dual nature suggests that not everyone in your expanding network will be trustworthy. Exercising discernment in choosing partnerships and friendships will be crucial to avoid betrayal or unrealistic expectations. Travel will be another significant aspect of this transit. You may encounter sudden opportunities for work-related trips or educational pursuits abroad. While these journeys could bring valuable experiences and connections, they may also come with unexpected challenges such as travel delays, miscommunication, or hidden risks. Planning meticulously and remaining adaptable to changing circumstances will be vital. For students and those pursuing higher education, Rahu's transit in your third house can bring a mix of curiosity and distraction. While you'll have a strong desire to explore unconventional knowledge, there's also a risk of scattered focus and lack of discipline. If you're engaged in research, technology, or innovative projects, this period will be particularly beneficial, but you must maintain consistency in your efforts. On the personal front, Rahu in your third house will enhance your confidence and persuasive abilities, making it an excellent time for negotiations and entrepreneurial ventures. However, this heightened self-assurance can also lead to confrontations, particularly with siblings, colleagues, or authority figures. You may feel an urge to challenge conventional norms, which can be intellectually stimulating but may also cause ideological conflicts. Striking a balance between independence and cooperation will be necessary to maintain harmony in your relationships. As Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra carries an intense energy of transformation, Rahu's presence here will drive you toward deeper self-discovery and spiritual awakening. You might feel drawn to esoteric subjects, mystical practices, and hidden wisdom. However, caution is required, as Rahu's energy can also lead to delusions or an obsession with misleading philosophies. Grounding practices such as meditation or journaling will help you navigate this transformative phase wisely. Financially, this transit can be both rewarding and unpredictable. If you're in business or self-employment, you may see sudden gains, but you must be cautious about speculative investments or risky ventures. The third house governs courage and risk-taking, and Rahu's presence amplifies these qualities. While this can bring success in entrepreneurship, it can also lead to impulsive financial decisions that may backfire. Proper planning and financial discipline will be necessary to harness the positive aspects of this transit. As Rahu continues its journey through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra until November 23rd, you must remain adaptable, strategic, and self-aware. This transit will bring immense opportunities for personal and professional growth, but it also comes with challenges that require careful handling. Balancing ambition with practicality, embracing transformation with discernment, and maintaining emotional resilience will be key to navigating this powerful phase successfully. For Capricorn, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will bring significant transformations, particularly influencing your 3rd and 2nd houses. This period, spanning from March 16th to November 23rd, will be marked by heightened ambition, changes in communication style, financial fluctuations, and shifts in family dynamics. The transit begins in Pisces, where Rahu affects your 3rd house of communication, efforts, and short journeys, before retrograding into Aquarius and influencing your 2nd house of wealth, speech, and family matters. These changes will have profound implications, making it a crucial period for you. At the start of this transit, when Rahu is in the 3rd house in Pisces, you will experience an increase in confidence, courage, and curiosity. This will be a time of learning, experimenting, and expanding personal and professional networks. Rahu enhances your ability to articulate thoughts persuasively, which may drive an interest in digital media, public speaking, writing, or marketing. If you are involved in fields such as sales, communication, and technology, you will see rapid progress. However, the deceptive nature of Rahu may lead to misunderstandings, misinformation, or misrepresentation. It is essential to practice honesty and clarity in all forms of communication to avoid complications later. Travel may become more frequent during this period, with short trips related to work, business, or learning proving beneficial. If you are working in sales, networking, or digital platforms, you will have an excellent opportunity to expand your reach. However, restlessness and an urge to take shortcuts may lead to hasty decisions, particularly in professional matters. Sibling relationships may come under scrutiny, with both positive and challenging moments defining this period. While you may experience stronger bonds with some siblings, others may face disagreements due to differing perspectives or unresolved past issues. As Rahu moves into the 2nd house in Aquarius on May 18th, the focus shifts to financial growth, wealth accumulation, and speech-related matters. This transit may bring unexpected financial opportunities, but it also carries the risk of instability and impulsive spending. Investments in unconventional sectors, such as cryptocurrency, speculative ventures, or foreign markets, may seem tempting, but thorough research is necessary to avoid losses. You may see a sudden rise in income, but financial mismanagement could pose challenges if you are not careful. Speech and communication will play a crucial role in determining success during this period. Rahu in the 2nd house can make your speech highly influential, which can be beneficial in negotiations, career growth, or public engagement. However, there is also a tendency toward harshness, manipulation, or miscommunication, which may strain personal and professional relationships. It is crucial to be mindful of how you use your words, as their impact will be long-lasting. In family matters, conflicts regarding finances, inheritance, or shared resources may arise, requiring diplomacy and patience to maintain harmony. Rahu's transit in the 2nd house may also bring hidden family secrets to the surface, leading to unexpected revelations. You should brace yourself for changes in family responsibilities, dynamics, or even relocation due to financial reasons. Maintaining emotional balance and clear communication will be vital in navigating these changes effectively. The influence of Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, ruled by Jupiter, suggests a dual nature in financial dealings. There may be lucrative opportunities, but also potential scams or misleading investment schemes. It is crucial to analyze contracts, verify financial plans, and avoid impulsive decisions to prevent losses. On the health front, Rahu in the 2nd house may lead to dietary changes, cravings for exotic or unhealthy foods, and potential digestive issues. If you rely on your voice for your profession, such as teachers, singers, or public speakers, you may experience throat-related ailments or strain. It is advisable to adopt a disciplined diet, moderate eating habits, and proper vocal care to maintain overall well-being. The stress associated with financial fluctuations may also lead to anxiety, requiring mindfulness and relaxation techniques to maintain mental balance. Spiritually, this transit will push you toward deeper introspection, esoteric knowledge, and philosophical inquiries. The Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is associated with transformation and spiritual awakening, encouraging you to explore alternative perspectives on life. You may develop an interest in astrology, occult sciences, or meditation practices that help navigate the uncertainties brought by Rahu. However, the influence of Rahu may also lead to a fascination with illusionary or deceptive spiritual practices, so it is crucial to discern authentic teachings from misleading ones. From March 16th to May 18th, Rahu's presence in the third house will encourage you to develop new skills, particularly in the fields of technology, science, and digital innovation. Learning programming, AI, blockchain, or any futuristic skill set will be highly beneficial. Since Rahu represents new age technology and chemical industries, if you are working in pharmaceuticals, research, or the medical field, you will experience significant progress. Those involved in marketing, media, or competitive industries will also find this period favorable for growth, provided you remain ethical in your approach. This phase will also be highly favorable for social media influencers, content creators, or individuals looking to expand their online presence. If you wish to start a new venture, business, or side hustle, you should utilize this time to gather knowledge, resources, and strategic insights. Networking and collaborations will be key to success, but maintaining authenticity in professional dealings will be necessary to sustain long-term growth. However, as Rahu moves into the second house from May 18th to November 23rd, financial caution will be necessary. Your desire to accumulate wealth will increase, leading you to explore high-risk investments or financial shortcuts. It is crucial to verify the legitimacy of any financial opportunity, especially those that promise quick returns. The influence of Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, known for its dual nature, may lead to deceptive financial schemes or fraudulent investments. You should consult financial experts and thoroughly analyze contracts before making major monetary decisions. This period may also bring career growth, particularly if you are working in multinational companies, research-based professions, or business sectors dealing with foreign clients. If you are looking to switch jobs or expand your career horizons, you will find opportunities in larger corporations or international markets. However, professional success will depend heavily on maintaining integrity, as Rahu can also lead to manipulative tactics, which may backfire in the long run. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be a time of transformation, pushing you to rethink your communication, financial strategies, and family responsibilities. While the transit offers opportunities for personal and professional growth, it also requires caution in decision-making, particularly in financial matters. By staying mindful of ethical practices, maintaining clarity in communication, and adopting a balanced approach to wealth accumulation, you can harness the positive aspects of this transit while mitigating its challenges. For Aquarius, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is a crucial event, as it significantly impacts both your second and first houses during this period. This transit begins with Rahu in the fourth pada of Purva Bhadrapada in Pisces, initially influencing your second house, which governs wealth, speech, family, and accumulated resources. As Rahu moves into Aquarius and moves into the third pada of Purva Bhadrapada, its influence shifts to your first house, which rules self-identity, health, ambitions, and personal transformation. This period is marked by significant changes in your finances, communication, personal outlook, and overall life direction. At the beginning of the transit, with Rahu positioned in Pisces influencing your second house, you may experience sudden fluctuations in financial matters. There could be unexpected gains or losses, making it imperative to manage wealth carefully. This phase may present tempting speculative investment opportunities, but caution is essential, as Rahu's deceptive nature can create illusions of success. Family dynamics may also undergo a transformation, with possible conflicts or misunderstandings arising. You may feel distanced from your family or be required to assume greater responsibilities within your household. The second house also governs speech, and Rahu's presence here can enhance your power of persuasion, but may also lead to manipulative tendencies. You may find yourself drawn to negotiations, public speaking, or persuasive communication. However, impulsive speech could lead to misunderstandings, and it is vital to be mindful of how you use your words. Changes in dietary habits may occur, with cravings for exotic or unusual foods potentially affecting your health. As Rahu moves into Aquarius and influences your first house, self-image and personality take focus. You may feel an intense urge to break free from societal norms and redefine yourself. This period fosters deep personal transformation, where radical career shifts, changes in personal style, or an entirely new social identity may emerge. Rahu in the first house grants you a magnetic aura, making you more ambitious and unconventional in your thinking. Health must be carefully monitored, as Rahu in the first house can bring both physical and psychological challenges. Sudden health issues, unexplained symptoms, or heightened stress levels may surface. Maintaining a disciplined routine, prioritizing self-care, and avoiding overindulgence in unhealthy habits is crucial. Mental well-being is also significant, as Rahu's energy can create inner conflicts between desires and reality, leading to restlessness and anxiety. Relationships will also undergo shifts, as you become more focused on personal growth and ambitions. Partners or close associates may sense a certain level of detachment or unpredictability from you. This transit may attract unconventional relationships, leading to intense but temporary connections. While new social circles may emerge, distinguishing genuine friendships from superficial associations is necessary. On the professional front, this transit can bring sudden recognition, opportunities, and fame, especially for those in technology, media, entrepreneurship, or occult fields. Rahu in the first house enhances your charisma, making you more persuasive and influential. However, ethical decision-making is essential, as Rahu can sometimes encourage shortcuts or morally ambiguous choices. Staying grounded and focusing on long-term growth rather than immediate success will be crucial. Spiritually, this transit can be highly transformative. Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra fosters a deep interest in mystical sciences, astrology, and esoteric knowledge. You may feel drawn to meditation, occult practices, or philosophical explorations that expand your understanding of existence. This period is excellent for self-reflection and inner growth, as Rahu in this nakshatra promotes profound wisdom through unconventional experiences. From the beginning of this transit until May 18th, Rahu remains in Pisces, impacting your second house. During this time, if you are involved in research, consulting, advising, or counseling, you may find unique and effective solutions to challenges. Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra enhances problem-solving abilities, encouraging you to think outside the box. However, your communication style may become more intense, direct, or even intimidating, which could lead to misunderstandings in personal and professional relationships. Adjusting to a more diplomatic approach when necessary will be beneficial. Financially, Rahu's influence in the second house increases material desires. Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra carries both material and spiritual energies, creating a duality between attachment and detachment. The presence of Rahu here heightens ambition and can lead to significant career and financial shifts. Depending on your Mahadasha, this period could either bring prosperity or financial challenges due to deceptive schemes. There is a heightened risk of falling prey to scams or fraudulent activities, making it essential to thoroughly verify any investment opportunities before committing. As Rahu enters Aquarius on May 18th, it begins to influence your first house, further intensifying its effects. This shift brings heightened self-awareness and ambition, increasing your drive to achieve success. However, Rahu's aspect on the 7th house may create disturbances in personal relationships, leading to misunderstandings or unexpected relationship developments. Business partnerships may expand, potentially bringing international opportunities, but caution is necessary to ensure ethical dealings. Rahu's aspect on the 5th and 9th houses will influence your creative pursuits, education, and philosophical exploration. If you are involved in higher studies, research, or skill development, you will experience increased focus and determination. If you have children, their academic performance and intellectual growth may also be positively impacted. This period encourages exploration of different philosophies, religious beliefs, and spiritual practices, broadening your perspective on life. Overall, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra will be significant for you. Given that Jupiter, the Nakshatra Lord, rules both your 2nd and 11th houses, Rahu's transit here magnifies financial growth and social expansion. Rahu's influence will increase your income and material success, while also pushing you toward unconventional and transformative experiences. However, maintaining ethical integrity, practicing financial prudence, and being mindful of personal relationships will be essential for navigating this period effectively. The transit will serve as a catalyst for profound personal growth, shaping your future direction in unexpected but meaningful ways. For Pisces, Rahu's transit through Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra brings a profound transformation, influencing both your 1st and 12th houses. This period marks a significant shift in your personal identity, career, relationships, and spiritual growth. The transit begins in the 4th pada of Purva Bhadrapada, located in Pisces, and then moves into the 3rd pada in Aquarius. With Jupiter as the nakshatra lord and ruling both your 1st and 10th houses, the impact of this transit will be deeply felt, particularly in self-perception and professional changes. As Rahu transits through your 1st house in Pisces, it triggers a phase of intense self-exploration. The 1st house governs identity, physical health, and overall direction in life. Under Rahu's influence, you may feel an unrelenting desire to redefine yourself. You may experiment with new ways of expressing your personality, whether through appearance, lifestyle changes, or ambitious personal goals. However, Rahu's presence in this house also creates an element of uncertainty, making it difficult to settle on a stable sense of self. It is essential to stay grounded and avoid impulsive choices driven by illusions or external influences. This transit also brings heightened ambition. You may feel an unusual drive to step into leadership roles, seek public recognition, or take risks in your professional life. Rahu's unpredictable nature, however, can lead to both rapid success and sudden setbacks. You may experience extraordinary breakthroughs in your career, but you could also face deception, competition, or unexpected hurdles. It is crucial to approach professional matters with caution and avoid taking shortcuts that may seem appealing but could backfire in the long run. Health is another crucial aspect of this transit. Rahu in the first house can cause fluctuations in your energy levels, leading to phases of hyperactivity followed by exhaustion. You may experience unusual or difficult to diagnose health issues. Mental health may be affected, with increased anxiety, stress, or overthinking becoming prevalent. Engaging in grounding exercises, meditation, and a disciplined routine can help counteract Rahu's erratic influence on your body and mind. As Rahu moves into your 12th house in Aquarius, the focus shifts from external ambitions to internal transformation. The 12th house governs spirituality, subconscious fears, isolation, and foreign connections. During this phase, you may feel an intense pull towards spiritual exploration, mysticism, and deep introspection. You may seek solace in solitude, preferring to withdraw from the outer world to engage in self-discovery. Alternatively, you may be drawn to foreign lands for education, work, or spiritual retreats, making travel a significant theme of this transit. However, Rahu's presence in the 12th house also brings challenges related to hidden enemies, secrecy, and self-sabotaging behaviors. You need to be wary of deception, particularly in financial or legal matters. There is also a tendency to escape reality through unhealthy distractions, such as excessive indulgence in fantasies, substance use, or avoidance of responsibilities. Developing self-awareness and maintaining discipline will be key to navigating this phase successfully. Dreams and intuition will be heightened, offering deep insights into past karma and future direction. You may experience vivid dreams, déjà vu, or an increased interest in esoteric subjects like astrology, tarot, or metaphysics. While this is an excellent time for deep self-reflection, it is important to differentiate between genuine spiritual enlightenment and Rahu-induced illusions. Financially, this transit brings both opportunities and unpredictability. If you are involved in international business, freelancing, or investments, there may be unexpected gains or losses. Expenses related to travel, spirituality, or medical care may increase, requiring careful budgeting. To maintain financial stability, it is crucial to avoid risky investments and ensure transparency in financial dealings. Relationships will undergo significant shifts. While Rahu is in your first house, you are more self-focused, leading to changes in personal relationships. You may feel detached from your partner or seek unconventional relationships that challenge societal norms. Maintaining honest communication and avoiding impulsive decisions in love matters will be essential. As Rahu moves into your 12th house, hidden aspects of relationships may surface. Secrets, past karmic connections, or unresolved emotional baggage may come to light, requiring patience and emotional maturity to handle wisely. Until May 18th, Rahu will remain in Pisces in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, emphasizing self-identity and ambition. After this date, Rahu moves into the 12th house in Aquarius, shifting the focus towards spirituality and subconscious transformation. During the first phase, if you face business obstacles, you may find unique solutions. A mentor or guide may appear, assisting you in education, career, or personal matters. However, Rahu's nature is elusive, and discernment is crucial when seeking guidance. While some may encounter genuine mentors, others might be misled by deceptive individuals posing as gurus or experts. Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra itself is deeply symbolic, associated with duality, transformation, and higher wisdom. It carries a fiery energy, capable of bringing both creative genius and intense upheaval. Rahu's placement in this nakshatra enhances your problem-solving abilities, leading to innovative solutions in business and career. You may come up with groundbreaking ideas, discover unconventional marketing strategies, or expand your professional network in unexpected ways. However, if the planetary period dasha is unfavorable, Rahu's influence can attract unreliable people, misleading opportunities, or financial scams. Proper discernment is necessary to differentiate between genuine and deceptive opportunities. Education and skill development will be enhanced during this transit. Rahu's aspect on your 5th house may bring a strong desire for knowledge, pushing you to explore new areas of study. If you are in creative or technological fields, you may find inspiration and breakthrough ideas. Similarly, if your children are pursuing education, they may excel in their studies. The presence of Rahu in this nakshatra enhances curiosity, and the ability to master complex subjects. As Rahu moves into your 12th house in Aquarius, international connections become prominent. If you are a business owner, you may gain foreign clients. As a professional, you may receive overseas job opportunities. And as a student, you may explore higher education in foreign institutions. However, the 12th house also governs subconscious thoughts and hidden fears. You may receive insights in unusual ways, such as dreams, visions, or intuitive downloads. Paying attention to recurring dreams and subconscious patterns can reveal hidden messages about your life's direction. With Rahu aspecting your 6th house, workplace dynamics will also undergo changes. If there are adversaries in your professional sphere, Rahu's influence may help you overcome these challenges. The Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, being fiery and intense, provides the determination to confront obstacles head-on. If you are a job seeker, you may receive unexpected offers, possibly from international sources. If you are already employed, you may see sudden shifts in your work environment. Rahu's transit in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra is a period of both opportunity and caution. Your ability to harness Rahu's transformative energy depends on personal awareness and planetary periods. This phase encourages you to embrace change while maintaining discernment. It is a time for innovative thinking, exploring new paths, and seeking deeper spiritual insights. However, it also requires vigilance against deception and impulsive decisions. By balancing ambition with wisdom, you can navigate this transit successfully, emerging stronger and more enlightened. As we conclude this episode, please remember that these insights are based on Sidereal or Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference from the tropical zodiac. Individual predictions may vary, as every birth chart is unique. The influence of dasha periods and natal planetary placements can shape transits differently, both positively and negatively. It's essential to consider your own birth chart when applying these general predictions to your personal circumstances. If you'd like personalized predictions or have questions about your astrological chart, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned for more astrological updates. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful astrology content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to sharing more astrological wisdom with you in the future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining bright.